All right, let's get talking. So, we're obviously here to talk about your experience in the CEO Collective, but you actually joined the certification first. So, I would love to know what instigated you to look for support when you first started your business way back when.
Basically because I didn't know where to start. I knew I had the skills to do something. I needed something that was going to be remote, and when I say remote, flexible in where I could work from. But just understanding how to actually get started and what I might need to do.
And do you remember actually how you came across me? Was it on social media or through word of mouth? I'd love to know if you remember.
It was social media.
Yeah.
I feel like I was looking at someone else's account. Did you ever do work for a dietitian or something like that?
Oh, like in my VA business, maybe. I don't know. We looked after lots of people.
Yeah, I don't know where that. Anyway, and
Yeah.
I'd stumbled across it, and I remember, and I think I was in Bali at the time on holidays, just flicking around
Fresh.
on social as you do, and I just went, oh, that's something I could do that because I needed something where I could be there, here, wherever I needed to be. I knew I couldn't work for somebody in an office per se because I needed the flexibility to
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah. And would you say that kind of entrepreneurship was kind of always your calling rather than working for somebody else?
Yeah, Dean says that. I don't know. I think so. I think so.
And I guess then, you did that program and you learnt the foundations of how to actually set up your business. Then what was the pivot point for you to decide to jump into the CEO collective and take your business to the next level?
I felt otherwise I would probably just tread water and go round and round in circles and probably would never push forward. I feel like I've done a bit of that anyway, but that's my own fault. And when I say my own fault, my life without making excuses has, been somewhat
Yeah.
up and down. But yeah, I think otherwise I wouldn't have gone to the next level or and I think if you invest in it, you get more of as you want to do well and do better. Whereas if you've kind of gone, oh yeah, I've done that course, whatever,
Mm,
and then it's easy to go, oh well, that'll do now. I've had fun for a bit and I'll just walk away.
yeah. It happens a lot. So I'm personally curious because you were kind of in that in between stage when we actually first met in person. Do you think that you still would have jumped into the next level had we not had met face to face, or had that kind of supported your decision?
Um, Probably did support my decision, but I think it was also me going, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it properly.
Yeah,
So, and I think it just landed that I was in Queensland when you had that. It was up at, where were
it's
we?
up the road. It was at like Coomera Shores. It was
Yeah,
at that clubhouse. It was
funny little,
it was the Re-Rise Gold Coast
right.
event,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
that's when you met Jess and Elle and Sonia. I think was there as well.
Was Sonia there?
Yeah, because she was lost.
Right.
I distinctly
A
remember
lot of
that.
people got lost trying to get up that hill.
Yeah,
Like, was up the hill? Anyway,
yeah,
but yeah, I think it probably, yes, did push. But as I said, I think it was also me going, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it
yeah,
properly and let's grab all the opportunities that are in front of me.
yeah. Cool. Now, since you joined, what shifted for you the most?
How do you mean?
Like, let's reframe the question. Since you well, let's say the CEO collective. Since you joined the CEO collective, what do you think in yourself has changed? Could it be the way that you do business? Is it your mindset? Is it your confidence? Is it the way that you show up as a CEO? What's kind of been the biggest change for you?
Probably mindset. I've always considered myself a pretty determined person anyway. But I think having a collective group of people around you as well makes such a difference, particularly because we work on our own.
Yeah,
Like, we all sit in our little rooms by ourselves most of the time. So I think it's having that outlet. I'm also quite a social person. So being able to meet and talk things through with people rather than just trying to battle through it online. I think maybe that's more it. It's being able to sort of meet with people, albeit online, but at least you feel like you're part of
Yeah.
something bigger than your own business.
Yeah. I love that. And I guess how has the level of support inside the collective impacted your progress in your business?
Oh, it's very positively, because otherwise, I don't think I would be where I am. So
So you have clients in your business already. You've got quite a few at the moment. What's next for you, and where are you looking to take your business in 2026?
I would like to either keep, as you know, I've got one subcontractor, Anita, at the moment. So whether I increase her hours or I get more people, but I would like to scale and get a little bit further, increase my income. But that said, I also don't want to be working 17 hours a day, 7 days a week. It does not
No one.
interest me at all.
Said no one ever.
Oh, some people do. Yeah, it's not where I want to be, not where I am in my time in life. It's just
Well,
have something that's meaningful
yeah.
and that I can create some income and a little bit of in I guess financial independence for myself. That's probably the main thing.
Well, I mean, I feel like you're in the right place because that's not my philosophy either. I don't want to work 17 hours a day, 5 days a week either. So
No,
when I craft the business that's going to suit you, I like to say me first business. So what does you putting you first look like, and how can we scale from there? So
yeah,
definitely focus on that plan for you for 2026 because
yeah, definitely.
scaling doesn't mean adding on hours. It doesn't mean hustling. And it doesn't mean having a massive team either.
No,
Which we know what happens when you have a massive team. You have massive hours to manage that team.
that's right. That's right.
So
And
what
I
would you? Sorry. Okay.
don't need that, don't want that.
No.
Just something comfortable that's manageable and I don't, it's not going to be so stressful that
Yeah.
yeah,
Love that. What would you say to somebody who is considering joining the CEO Collective, but they're still sitting on the fence?
that they have to just give it a go. You can't just dance around it. If you're serious about starting your business and having a proper go at it, you need to be in this group.
I love that. If you're serious about business, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Now, you came to Bali with us in 2025. Would there have been like a pivotal moment for you? Was there anything that landed, or tell us a little bit about your experience at that retreat?
That retreat was amazing. I was really proud of myself for going because it's really easy just to say, nah, not going to go. Um, because everyone's got other pressures and things in their life. So I decided to put myself first and said, no, I'm going to go. I really enjoyed a lot of the mindset stuff at that retreat, and Cody's sessions were really, really good, really impactful, and just having a bit more direction. There's still things I need to refine, but yeah, it helps with that.
And I'm sure the location helped as well.
Well, yeah, and especially when I was living in Singapore, it was like 2 hours away.
Two
So
hours away, exactly.
I really had no excuse.
So, if you could describe the CEO Collective in 3 words, what would it be?
Supportive, inspiring, fun.
I love that. Thank you. So, the version of you that walked into the CEO Collective, do you feel like that you're becoming a very different person now, or do you feel like you're exactly the same as when you walked into the collective?
Oh, no, different, definitely different.
Tell me about that.
In positively, mostly.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more assertive with certain things that I never used to be. I'm still very much a people-pleasing Virgo, and I'm not sure how you beat that out of people, but that's probably something. But I'm getting better at it. I'm learning to think more like a CEO and a business owner than an employee, particularly with clients, because it's really easy to fall into that sort of mindset and how they see it as well. So trying to create boundaries with clients can be quite tricky, but I think you've just got to stick to it and just ignore messages that come in at out of hours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know, they do it and I just don't reply.
Yeah. And also, some people don't need an immediate reply. They just want to get it out of their brain as well.
Yeah, which is fine. And which is what I said to one client too. I said, I don't care. You can send them to me,
Whenever.
but I'm not going to reply. I said, I totally understand getting it out of your head and
Yep.
wherever it needs to go. That's completely fine. But I won't be responding outside of hours.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
And is there any belief about yourself or your business that you had to change to step into this next level version of yourself?
Think so. I think it's always been there. It's just been trying to bring it out. Like having that confidence to do what I'm doing. I think from when I last I worked at the Australian School in Singapore, and I did try to be more assertive with certain things, but I found that was very difficult in that sort of environment.
Yeah.
But also learning how to sort of be assertive without being prickly. Like that
Yeah.
can be a difficult
Balance.
thing to manage, different, yeah, how to balance. But yeah,
A question that most people always want to know is how long did it take you to get your first client?
probably 4 months, three.
And were you kind of all in the beginning? Were you still kind of juggling the traveling back and forth and life, or were you kind of consistent in your business for 4 months?
I was fairly consistently in the business. I was traveling and juggling, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's your life.
I wasn't working anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
think the business was officially incorporated in Singapore at the end of September 2024.
Four. Yeah.
And first client was December or January. Yeah, maybe it was 3 months. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
still pretty good securing a client during those times as well, because we generally sometimes gets a little bit quiet in the online space, and some people do want to reduce hours and things like that. So the fact you secured your first client in a quiet time as well.
Yeah, I spoke to her. Yeah, it was December. It was before we were going to Japan. It was before that, and that was over Christmas New Year. We didn't officially start till January,
Yeah.
but I had the discovery call in December.
Yeah, perfect. And the work that you've done inside the collective on your life or your business, has it impacted other areas of your life?
Um, Not sure.
In
How do you
terms,
mean?
like in terms of the way that you act, in terms of, family, or in terms of pricing, in terms of boundaries, personal growth, has anything kind of changed, or you're still very much same Melissa to
Oh,
everybody
no,
else?
no, I'm yeah, a bit better with the boundaries, bit more kind of no, I'm not doing that. You can do that now. Um, I've also found even like I'm on a school committee at Churchies, and I sat in a room last Thursday night, and there was a barrister and people that have got pretty big jobs in the world. There's one that was she just called herself a professional volunteer, like she just volunteers on pretty much everything there is going at the school. But this barrister and blah blah blah, and I thought, oh, okay. And at some points I do feel myself sort of reeling back a bit, and there was a lot of talk about finances and da da da, and I'm just sitting there going, I have no idea what's going on here. But then there are other things that I went, no, I've got a lot to give, so
Yeah.
I would speak up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. Different level, like different, not different level, but they're just in a different world.
totally.
Just in a different world of occupation and space and life and
But that's the whole point of this group, because everybody's got their own
yeah,
skills and background and
yeah,
whatever to bring to it. So we sit as the group that sits in between the school executive and all the parent support groups amongst all the sports and activities within the school.
yeah.
So it's the headmaster keeps calling it elite. It's not really elite, but anyway.
It's just that
And I
little.
just said, "Oh, I'll take a leap." No one's ever called me a leap before. Let's run with a leap.
I just think you should step into it and own it.
Yeah, exactly. I said, let's take it.
Is there anything that you want to share with us before you wrap up in terms of your experience and I guess your business and where you're taking it for the year?
I just want to keep going. I now feel like I've got, hopefully, some stability for a little while as to where I will actually be.
Yes.
So I'm hoping now, what are we? The 9th of March. So I can really try and get some momentum going. I feel like I almost want to go back and start again in some respects. I need to get some messaging right. And, I spoke to, when I was talking to Bonnie, and then, you were talking a lot about signature offers, and she said, no, let's just park that for a bit. And I don't know. I feel like I want to go back to the beginning in some respects and just work on things from the get-go.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, just maybe refine some of the things that you probably like maybe skip past, but it worked anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I need. And that's what I've been trying to do. And having Anita on board and getting all my ClickUp stuff all
Great.
properly set up and just making sure she's tracking her time. And I mean, I keep saying I'm not trying to check up on you all the time, but I need to know where the time's going so I can understand,
All my team track their time.
yeah,
Do I look at
particularly if
it?
it's client work, but also if it's stuff that she's doing for me, because I also need to know I'm getting value for money out of.
Correct. Yeah, there'll become a point in time that you won't even need to look at it because you'll just
Yes.
trust it's getting done and things like that. But until that time needs to be tracked and you need to weigh it up between the value and the output.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sign of a
Exactly.
good CEO.
And then working out the standard operating procedures around that and what she's been doing. So that's sort of the next thing I need to be starting to
Yeah.
put all that into writing.
Yeah. Definitely on the right track and kind of know where you're going, which is great.
Yeah, hopefully.
Can we reframe?
Yes, no, we are. We
You
are.
do. You
We
do.
are.
You know
I
exactly
do, I
what
do
you
know
need
what
to
I'm
do.
doing. Yes, I do know what I'm doing.
Great. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you wish to add?
No,
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today.
that is okay.